Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Emily Jo Show, featuring me, your host, Emily Jo, Paranormal Edition. I believe this is going to be episode number 3 in our paranormal series, in which I tell the story of different paranormal encounters that have happened to me over the years. It might be a little rough because we're still in the very beginning. Might be incredible. Probably gonna definitely be scary. Alright, and so here we go. This one is entitled... Oh, and I've decided I can't necessarily go so random. I randomly picked it before starting the film, but because of the visual aid concept, I need to kind of have an idea before I drop. But that's just a tiny baby side note. So, here we go. This one is Paranormal Edition, Episode 3, Whispers from the Closet. The house I referred to as the Big Brown House from my youth was very haunted. Not because it is 100 years old or that a family was murdered within its tall walls. No, nothing like that ever happened there. And we built it, or finished building it, in 2001. Regardless of a lack of reasoning, that did not change the outcome that my house was incredibly haunted. For no reason other than the land it was built on. In this particular story, the haunt in suspect is the one that hung out in my little sister's room. She had a classic little girl room, purple-esque paint everywhere, doll houses, and the cuteness everywhere as well. One afternoon, I was playing there by myself with my mom's dollhouse from the 1970s. Now to describe the placement. So, the dollhouse, if you are me playing, I would be where the dollhouse is, and directly to the right of that, me being the dollhouse, is the closet. And the closet are much like these doors where they run along the hinge, like the track in the middle, so they're hinged out. When you pull them, they turn into little triangles. Her room was the only room that didn't have a walk-in, so it had that type of style closet. Okay, and the closet was mostly closed except for a crack. Let's continue. Out of the blue, I stopped playing my imagination story and paused. The whole vibration of the room seemed to shift from fun dolly time to something sinister was going on. Whew. The air felt heavy, as if you could cut through it with your hand, like the feeling of wading through a pool. There was some type of resistance, and it was so absolutely thick. Like literally, it went from 0 to 90. I was just sitting there. Oh no, Moon. Sorry, my dang cat. Kitty. Stop it. Oh, she's mad, but she's trying to ruin my shot. Anyways, and so it just all of a sudden the air changed and it just went whoop, and it's so thick, and you're just waiting for the next moment to occur. It's so fucking spooky. Whew. And it says, I know it is cliche, but it felt like you could literally hear a pin drop. I glanced from the dollhouse to the slightly cracked closet door and just stared into it, seeing nothing physically, but not being able to take my eyes off of whatever invisible thing was staring back at me from inside the closet. After what felt like forever, the silence was broken with 3 jarring syllables spoken from within the crack of the closet door, and all it said was, "Emily." No shit. Ooh. I stood up and ran out of that room without even thinking of doing it. Down the stairs I flew, and to this day it never happened again, and I have no idea what or whom spoke my name from my little sister's closet. No shit, dude. Sitting there and just stop playing, and then looking to my right, staring into the closet crack, knowing something is staring at me, and literally says, "Emily." And fight or flight mode, dude. Even as like I was probably 12 or 13 years, probably 12, 11 or 12 at the time. And I just didn't even think, just stood up and ran. Oh my God. It scared the shit out of me. And frankly, that scared me. Her room scared me the remainder of the time living there. And we lived there. I graduated and left that house. And then, so I spent like from when I was like 9 years old to when I was 18 years old. Oh my God. And the house is spooky, beautiful home. Love that home. But it is built on some scary shit. And my little sister's room in particularly was so spooky, and she never really felt that way, but I certainly felt that way. And we had a really popular cartoon brand TV, like pink, beautiful princess TV, that we watched The Exorcist for the first time on. Oh, in her room, like in her like bunk bed area. And so probably dubbed that room just to be ultimately fucking scary no matter what as a child, but it did. And I believe this happened before we even watched that movie in this room. This is like a year into moving there, and I don't think we watched that until I was like 13. Way too young to watch The Exorcist. My cat, Mooney. But, my dears, that is the terrifying tale of Whispers from the Closet, an Emily Jo Show Paranormal Edition tale. Oh my gosh, well, I hope this finds you well. I hope you find this spooky. I certainly am spooked out. Ooh, I'm so spooked out. I get spooked out by my own fucking stories because they're fucking creepy. Put yourself in my shoes. It's fucking scary. Ooh. Okay. Oh, until we see each other again. Hug, hug. Kiss, kiss.